Welcome to another episode of Clayton's Creation. To all my familiar, welcome back. Come in, grab a seat, kick up your feet, and get comfortable. For all the new people here, there's always room for you and my family. All you have to do, hit that subscribe button down below. You won't want to miss any of the things that we have going on here with Clayton's Creations. With that being said, we have a delicious recipe for you today. Crispy salmon bites. And yes, I know, guys, I know this recipe was going viral a while back, but I don't want to ride the wave while it was trending. So I waited a little while to give you my rendition of that. But trust me, it was worth the wait. So there's nothing left to do but grab the handful of ingredients we need and go ahead and get into this thing. So here we go. All right, guys. So you just going to need what's pictured here on the screen, all right? So some onion powder, some Zatarain's crab oil, some vegetable oil, some all-purpose flour, a little bit of salt, some buttermilk, a lemon, and the star of this show, who we all came to see, some salmon. All right, with that being said, let's get cracking. Okay, now let's first deal with the star of the show, our protein. We're going to take those fillets and cube them up like you see me do on the screen. Be deliberate with your knife cuts. You want nice, clean edges here. And then try to get these cut up the same size, because when you cut your protein the same size, it cooks at equivalent times. You don't want some undercooked and some overcooked. This is a very important detail, so there's no need to rush through these knife cuts. Be slow, methodical, and deliberate. All right? So when we're done with that, it's time to take those pieces, put them in a bowl, just like you see right here. Then we're going to come in with about 2 tablespoons of oil. It's time to add our seasonings. And in this case, it's just a couple tablespoons of that crab oil, guys. It's got spice and it's got salt. That's all you need. So then we're going to get in there and mix that up well, making sure we get the coverage that we desire. But be gentle, because you don't want to break this protein up. All right, so once we've covered the meat with the seasonings we desire, then we're going to come in with some buttermilk, enough to cover, and then mix that in well so we get it covered good, because this will be the binder for the dredge we're going to come in with later. So mix that in. Make sure all the protein gets the same amount of buttermilk love. And then when we've achieved that, we can move on to handling our flour. All right, so in a separate bowl, we're going to come in with about 2 to 2.5 cups of flour. And then we're going to season that flour with lots and lots and lots of onion powder, guys. Just like I told you in my last video, we're building flavor on flavor on flavor. So then we're going to come in with a little extra of that crab oil and then mix this up. But be careful to pay attention to the fact that if your flour does not change color, add some more seasoning. All right, once that's mixed, we're going to come in with our salmon, put that in the flour, and then we're going to mix it to get full coverage. It is absolutely okay if you get some of that extra buttermilk off your hands in here. In fact, it's a desirable situation. It's going to give you some little crispy, crunchy, clunked up pieces of flour that's going to stick to your salmon. And it's going to add to the crispiness of your final product. So once we're happy with the coverage we're getting, we're going to take those, set them aside, and let them rest for about 20 minutes before we take them and put them in a 350-degree jacuzzi. But while those are resting, let's get our pot, let's get the cooking oil of our desire, and we're going to put it in our pot and get it up to 350 degrees, the optimal frying temperature. So it's ready to go. We're going to drop in those nugs just like you see here and let them chill in that jacuzzi until they come out golden, brown, and delicious. Which should take somewhere between 3 to 4 minutes if you keep the temperature on that oil where it needs to be. All right, so once you pull them out and they start to look golden delicious like this, it's time to set them aside and rest. And look at that view. I'm getting in close for you guys. Can you smell how good they smell? All right, so we're going to sprinkle a little bit of that salt that we talked about on here and some lemon juice, and they should look flaky and delicious on the inside like this. Now let's plate up. Just like that, you have a delicious appetizer, snack, or an entree. Depends on what you're into. But I'm telling you guys, this right here, straight pressure. I don't know if you heard that. I'll repeat. Straight pressure. Just like that, guys, we're all done. I want to thank you for taking the time out to stop by my little corner of the internet and enjoying another delicious recipe brought to you by Clayton's Creations. To all my family, I appreciate you. But for all my new family, don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave. You don't want to miss anything we have going on over here. Also, feel free to like and comment anything you might want to see on this channel because, after all, I'm here for you. But guys, please, don't walk. Run down to the store and get everything you need to make this recipe yourself. It's highly recommended, and I promise you won't regret it. So I'm going to leave you with that and the salute to my familia.